Well, good morning, good morning, good morning,
Hey guys.
and welcome to everybody. Well, I have on this dress that I'm wearing today is the dress that I actually wore on my very first cruise on Elegant Night.
Nice.
So there you have it. I can squeeze in. And I know everybody has one because I got it from Ross. And it's one of these dresses, you see. And it just cascades to different things. And this is my very first
The
dress.
ceiling fan is distracting me.
This-
I can see the reflection right here.
you know, Jeremy told me this morning, he said, because I go to take the kids to the bus stop, school bus stop, in my clothes. And so he said, it's not Eddie you have to worry about that's going to call the people. It's our neighbors.
Just the mother parents. She's going out every morning for the kids' first week of school in Elegant Night outfits.
Yes.
Well, you do live in a cruise port, right?
And so this is it.
Yep.
So next week I'm going to be wearing, if I remember, things that I wore on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those extra cruise clothes that you don't know what to do with anymore. They're just in a bag somewhere. So that's what she's doing.
Yeah, pulling out stuff.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your wacky host and hostess. And big shout out to the notification squad. Y'all came through really, really thick this morning. Traveling with Tinkerbell was first up in the chat. Good morning.
Good morning. And she had an informative live.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, she did.
Yep. Bone Tired Travelers. Good morning.
Good morning.
I get the feeling someone is watching us.
Oh. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it.
Trouble.
Good
morning. Trouble.
Yep. And now here comes more trouble. Destination Fun has made it into the chat. Good morning.
The other side.
Welcome.
Jerry. We've already
The other half of trouble.
Ahoy there, Captain Billy J Travels has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
And you know, we enjoyed that live stream with Ocean to Ocean Travel with you guys on there talking about solo cruising.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun show. It really was. Danny Morales has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
It's my
Randa Sita has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And oh snap, we got a superstar in the house. B-roll Beth has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Beth.
Hey, babe.
And speaking of superstars, Sea Leg Journeys has made it in. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Welcome.
I know it's Chad.
Yeah, Rock the Boat has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see, Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott have made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in.
Good
Allied
morning.
reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh, Orange Cone Vlog,
Good morning.
Good
Ross.
morning.
The Muster Drill.
Where? I love that guy.
I don't know, but Eddie Lugo's here too. So, you know, yeah.
Burley.
Yes.
I know. I'd be sleepy.
I know he slid into home at the very last minute, y'all.
I did this was the second day in a row I did not want to get out of bed. So
Yeah.
I know you've been on a cruise. You got to cruise to get
Gotta
over
out
the
of
cruise.
Yeah. You're we call it cruise lag. You know,
Yeah.
for the week after cruising, you're just remembering and just being in that motion. You
I
know,
know.
so it happens to us too. Scott from Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
That's the guy that's going to Alaska, I believe.
House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. Good morning, guys.
And
Welcome to
our,
the party. Welcome to the party.
and our very own Scott from the Muster Drill
The one and only.
will be on House of X tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yes.
going to be a fantastic
Tomorrow at
show.
8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. That's right. Bone Tired Traveler says Eddie's tired too. He's going to have to get a nap.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Yep.
I try. I
Listen,
was
my wife asks me all the time. She says to me, I don't think Eddie's ever sleeps, right? For more than
He
a
don't.
couple of hours, maybe.
He
And I
don't.
was like, yeah.
He's
She
the
was
hardest
like,
working. He's like
I
Tom
know.
Joyner.
She was like, and she's like, and don't take offense to this. She's like, and it's not like he's 25 years old or anything either. She was like, so he's really a like trooper.
He's a stormtrooper. You got to get that right. He's a stormtrooper.
And he makes
Let's
his
have
goals.
it, Eddie. Let's get it.
And he makes all of his goals. He
Boom.
works at it.
Right there.
He's
a stormtrooper. I told you. I told y'all he's a stormtrooper.
Oh my God, he's got that Star Trek thing, right?
Star Wars.
Star Wars, not Star Trek.
Time out.
Star Wars.
Time out on the show. Time out. Star Wars. Repeat after me. WARS.
Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. All right. There we go.
I've
Time
not
in.
ever seen one episode.
Yes.
I thought a Trekkie.
Not a Trekkie. Nope.
No, see, look, like this is Star Trek.
Right.
Okay. And this is Star Wars.
You seek Yoda.
Oh.
Hey, filling up the bucket has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning. Good morning. Filling up the bucket.
No, I shot last night. Unfortunately,
yeah,
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we raced home from Baltimore to watch it. So we were up to almost midnight watching it because it was a two-part premiere. So
yes.
And there is a programming note from Orange Cone Vlog. I've been seeing the chats about it. It says Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, Friday Night Live with Orange Cone Vlog and friends will be on the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise-a-thon.
Oh,
so y'all be sure to check that out and be active. Be active.
I don't have now that we're talking about that, I do not have a live Friday night.
Okay.
Because usually at 10 o'clock is Down Under Cruises spot also. And since it's the marathon and I want to help out with the marathon, I will not have a live Friday. But I'll be live Saturday night, 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. for Helping Hands with Cruising. So
that's what's up.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay. Also, Shanster Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Okay, before you go any further,
morning.
Shannon, I love that dress.
Yep, and your lighting too.
That you had on last night on Ocean to Ocean.
Yeah.
You were the bomb diggity,
Yep.
I tell you. I love that.
Yep. Captain Billy J. Travel says, I would not want to clean up a bathroom used by stormtroopers. They got bad aim. Yeah.
Jeremy, can you throw Keith's comment up on the screen?
Yeah. Let's see. He says, good morning, everyone. Just got off the Venezia. Definitely now a much better cruise. They fixed all the issues they had on that first cruise.
Okay.
Really glad to hear it because
Yeah.
I'm going on next week, Keith.
And we're looking at it too, but we'll talk to you more about it on the show on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Cruising with Keith and his lovely wife.
Yeah, they're gonna be our guest on this Sunday show. And let's see, we are fully caught up in the chat.
You heard that, Jackie? That's our guest this week.
Okay, here we go. Creators who are featured and linked down in the description of this video for today are as follows: Patti's Kitchen, Garden, and more. Now, you might have heard the words Patti's Southern Kitchen before, but she did a name change on the channel. It's the same channel, it's the same content, same lovely lady that runs the whole thing. So be sure to go check that out if you haven't already.
Please do.
Next one is Be-More Adventurous. Be More Adventurous. I thought that was kind of a cool channel name here. Go check them out. Next up is Fearless Rambler.
Yes.
He uploaded a vlog yesterday about this castle of some sort, and he was walking through and talking through everything. Very clear voice, no wind issues at all. Just a clean vlog.
Like
I love it.
PSV.
Yeah, he's got that radio voice just like Paul. Let's see, Cruising with JT. Now, this man has been with us ever since the very, very beginning. He's generally a Norwegian cruiser, but he also does Royal Caribbean. I've been trying to get this man down to Galveston on a Carnival ship for a long time, but Cruising with JT has just now decided to go full-time YouTube. So be sure to show him some love. And next up is 1AM1, which I think this name spells Miami in a way, in between two ones, which I really think is cool. Videos, 1AM1 videos. Be sure to go check out his channel as well. He dropped a fresh vlog for everybody to see on yesterday. Today is August 23rd, and let me pull up this camera for you guys. There are no ships in today, but there is some scenery from Galveston.
Can you imagine people that are on the ship right now with all the rough waters? That would just, man.
And speaking of rough waters, we did get some rain yesterday for about 10 or 15 minutes. The ground got soaked and everything, and
but it dried right back up.
It did. We only got a chance to get, one or two shorts, and that was it. It was all gone, but we made sure to get out the house and enjoy the cooler weather for that, hour or so. But if you're coming into Galveston today, we are waking up to 84 degrees with 81% humidity and mostly sunny. If you are still here this afternoon around sail away time, it is going to be 92 degrees with 62% humidity and full sun in the sky.
Yep, it's supposed to be real hot.
But they broke the record in Houston of consecutive 100 of triple-digit heat. And then
no rain. 47,
and no rain.
47 days, no rain.
Wow.
But it finally dipped down to 97 degrees, which broke the record. Which broke the streak of 100 plus days.
Well, this was our low this morning.
Yep, 58.
Oh man, I would love it. I would love it.
And I was curled up under the blanket.
Yep.
I would love it, guys.
Yeah, and Shanster Travel says, glad to hear that. I'm doing a journey on the Venezia in February. That'll work.
We're looking at it. We're really looking at it.
DM Vlog has made it in. Good morning.
Yeah, Keith, I have never done a Christmas or Thanksgiving cruise, but I've seen plenty of people who have, and they usually, do the normal things. They have a very specifically focused festive program for those holidays. So, and of course, a targeted meal and stuff as well.
Yep.
So.
We did a Christmas cruise this past Christmas on the Dream. And what we found is that if you want turkey and dressing, or at least real turkey, you have to go to the Lido or the buffet area, because we went to the main dining room. We got all dressed and everything, went down to the main dining room and ordered the turkey and dressing. Well, it was slices of what appeared to be, turkey breast, deli turkey breast, with some dressing that I don't know where they got it from.
I don't know what that was.
That's terrible.
We were disappointed, so we cut right back through the Lido just to see what they had, and it was this big old bird sitting right up there.
Real turkey.
Yeah, sitting right up there on the buffet, and we ate turkey. And I'm not sure if they had the dressing. We were done with the dressing by the time that we were just done. So we got some bird and some veggies, and we really had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas cruise. While it may be pricey, you get to wear pajamas all day. We didn't even know that was a thing.
We didn't know that was a thing.
There were whole
either.
families with matching pajamas on.
Yeah.
Whole families.
Like on Christmas Day, you mean?
I mean, all throughout the cruise.
Oh, all throughout the cruise.
And
okay,
they took their pictures. And they took their pictures like that. We were sitting down in the atrium.
In our elegant night stuff, and people just kept on passing by in matching pajamas and sitting down right there by the big Christmas tree in the atrium taking photos.
And they would say, will you watch our
That's
stuff
kind of
for
awesome,
us?
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we must look trustworthy because people kept on sitting there, drinks and purses down next to us. Like,
Can
here,
you
can you
watch
watch our stuff?
watch this?
Yeah,
While they go take pictures.
I'm serious. It was fun. You know, we like to hang out in the atrium. People watch a lot.
Yeah.
And listen to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
violin.
Yeah, the violins keep us there.
Yeah.
If not,
Right.
the jazz music does
Yeah.
the trick as well.
Right.
But yeah, that dream is awesome. I love the dream.
Yeah. I saw the dream in Nassau and a voice came into my head that said, "Well, hello there."
Yeah. Put the Texas star on it.
Yes. That would have been cute.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Also, on August 23rd, on this day in history, we are going back.
Okay, remember, if you don't know the word, just
I know.
make up.
I know, but-
bananas.
Yep. Okay. Bananas is the word. I will try to remember that. We're going back to 1514 today. The Ottomans won a decisive victory over the Bananas of Iran at the Battle of Bananas. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, 1849, English poet, critic, and editor William Ernest Henley, who introduced the early work of many of the great English writers of the 1890s in his journals, was born in Gloucester. Or Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Yeah.
Or Gloucester.
Yeah.
Gloucester?
You
Oh
can,
my God.
You can call it Gloucester.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, in 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed a non-aggression pact dividing Eastern Europe into German and Soviet spheres of influence. In 1973, a botched bank robbery in Stockholm resulted in a hostage situation, and over the course of a 6-day standoff, the captives formed an unlikely bond with their captor, giving rise to the term Stockholm Syndrome. And hang on, there's a hot something that just appeared on my mouse pad. Here. Hold on, y'all. We're getting it together. Constantly.
Whatever.
In 1978, the late American basketball player Kobe Bryant, one of the NBA's leading players in the 21st century, was born in Philadelphia.
I didn't know he was born in Philadelphia.
Me neither. And let's see. In 2000, the first season of the U.S. version of the reality TV game show Survivor ended with Richard Hatch being pronounced the winner. The hugely popular series was credited with launching the reality TV fad of the early 21st century. And that will do it for On This Day in History.
I need a quick moment here. House of X, I did get it. I'm really sorry for not getting back to you. I just had a super busy day yesterday. So,
right. Okay, filling up the bucket said, just did a Christmas cruise on Norwegian, and I was in PJs all day. It was a blast.
Yeah.
So that's
what they do.
I mean, that is a really great kind of like concept, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Wear
like
matching
Christmas
pajamas.
morning, right? But for 7 straight days, that's awesome.
Yep.
Yes. And I tell you, we didn't get the memo. You know,
Nobody said anything. We follow the Facebook group. We're active in the comments section.
Yes.
Nobody said anything about pajamas.
But I'm telling you, they had some really nice pajamas. I mean, it was like families, like 20 people one time came up there and said, "Can you watch this?"
They're in all matching pajamas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go. If you didn't know, now you do.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Captain Billy J says the Carnival Dream is the captain's favorite ship. Sailed on her twice.
It's our favorite ship.
It's the
it's
the only dream class I haven't sailed. So
okay, but I do like the Dream. It's mine.
Bone Tire Traveler says banana is their safe word. LOL.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Oh, and Bone Tire Traveler says they pronounce it as Gloucester. Thank you for clearing that up. And let's see, another Christmas cruise. Oh yeah, Rock the Boat said, did a Christmas cruise on Norwegian. Be careful if you have a port day on Christmas Day, everything is closed.
Okay, what happened to us in Key West?
We were in Key West. You know,
It was a half and half situation.
A lot of the stuff was closed, but there was enough open stuff to where we had just big fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the major restaurants were open.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, yeah, dining rooms and restaurants and bars will be open, but
Exactly.
retail and other stuff will be closed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And not all retail. The people that had the
Harley Davidson shop was open. The Carry Loha and, you know, all of those standard ones, they were open.
and the little buy 3 get for 20, those were open.
Mhm.
Really, because they want to sell souvenirs and stuff. No?
Yep.
Yeah, they got their money.
And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for us to bring you the cruise and travel industry news.
The news with Scott.
Tropical Storm Franklin impacts Carnival cruise ship itinerary. And this is for our hosts, everybody. Carnival Celebration set sail on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise on Sunday, August 20th. Because of the track of Tropical Storm Franklin, however, the ship has modified its route to quickly pass by the projected path of the storm and more slowly work its way back to Miami. In partnership with our Fleet Operations Center, we continue to monitor Tropical Storm Franklin. The letter to guests on board began. Due to the projected path of the storm, we have revised our itinerary in order to remain a safe distance from the storm. The original itinerary called for 1 day at sea before visiting Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Phillipsburg, St. Martin on the next 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 days at sea were to follow before the ship returned to Miami on August 27th. Instead, the ship is revising its itinerary, first spending 2 days at sea, then calling on the 3 planned ports in reverse order: Phillipsburg, then San Juan, then Amber Cove. A single day at sea remains before the ship returns to Miami on time. It says here, because the ship is sailing somewhat near the storm's impacted region and more wave motion may be felt than typical, guests on board are advised to be cautious when moving about the ship and use handrails whenever possible. And don't forget those bags taped to the rails. In anticipation of the storm Franklin's arrival, the impact on the island, the Dominican Republic has closed both Amber Cove and Taino Bay cruise ports. The closure took effect at 2 p.m. local time yesterday. At this time, there is no predicted time for when the ports will reopen. The decision was only made after the storm has passed completely out of the area and damage can be assessed for needed repairs. At the moment, both Carnival Celebration and MSC Cruises Seascape have been diverted away from Dominican Republic. The next ship scheduled to call on the island is Carnival Magic, which is planned to be on Amber Cove on Thursday, August 24th, followed by the Horizon on August 25th. Tropical Storm, it says here, Tropical Storm Franklin is projected to pass directly over Hispaniola, the 2 cruise ports, on Wednesday afternoon, so today, or early evening on August 23rd, depending on the storm's speed, which is currently just 7 miles per hour.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, you know, this is the season now, folks. We're going to have to factor in the possibility of delays and, you know, changes to the itineraries. Of course, all the, you know, those shore excursions desks are going to be flooded with people having to reschedule their, you know, shore excursions because they're doing everything in reverse order. So they're doing it on different days and everything else. So something similar happened to us on Horizon when we went to Bimini. We actually we were supposed to go to Bimini first, but we ended up going to it last. And of course we had to go and switch our excursion and stuff, but long lines to be waiting in and stuff like that. So moving on, here comes the big controversy and, of course, the inspiration for today's question, which is Carnival Cruise Lines addresses gratuity nonsense. Social media outrage has been circulating with the idea that Carnival Cruise Lines does not really distribute gratuities to crew members in addition to the salaries they earn. Instead, the idea is that gratuities are used as employees' base pay first, and the cruise lines only make up the difference in the contractual salary amount. That's certainly how I thought it always went. John Heald, a Carnival Cruise Line ambassador who has worked with the cruise line since 1989, addresses the ridiculous assumption and confirmed in no uncertain terms that this is not at all how the cruise line pays crew members. Normally, I would never comment on this, but let me just say categorically that this is nonsense, totally 100% false and 100% inaccurate, said Heald. We do not use the gratuities you so graciously give to pay the crew. It is utter fabrication and untrue. All cruise members have a salary that they are paid from Carnival Cruise Lines based on their position and years of experience. Any gratuity offered by guests, whether automatically added to onboard accounts or offered personally in cash, are added to their pay rate as an above and beyond appreciation for their above and beyond service. Carnival Cruise Line service gratuities are currently $16 per guest per day for standard staterooms and $18 per day for suites. Carnival's website clearly states 100% of your gratuities are distributed to the crew who you interact with, such as your stateroom attendants, dining and culinary service staff, as well as others who work behind the scenes to enhance your overall cruise experience. Travelers can pay gratuities in two ways, either by prepaying or by their having it billed to their sale and sign account. Tips are added to guests' onboard accounts on the next to last day of each sailing. Gratuities are a sensitive topic for many travelers, and Heald has addressed different aspects of these crew appreciation payments many times. For example, cruise fans often wondered why gratuities are not automatically included in the cruise fare and why they are in some parts of the world and on different cruise lines. Heald has clarified that there are no plans for Carnival Cruise Lines to automatically add gratuities to fares from North American cruises, although they do add it to the cruise fare in Australia. It says here, while many guests would prefer the tips to be included in the cruise fare, Carnival's option for guests to prepay gratuities at the time of booking effectively does add the service recognition into the overall cruise price. It is an option available to all travelers. The exact accounting as to why Carnival Cruise Lines does not add tips directly into the cruise fare is a complicated issue and likely relates to local taxation laws, financial profit recording, and other factors that make it simply and more straightforward for gratuities to be recorded as an extra charge. And here comes another big controversy. One of the most contentious topics is whether or not travelers should have the option to remove the automatic gratuities from their onboard accounts. Many guests appreciate the convenience of having gratuities added automatically, which eliminates any guesswork about which crew members are in the gratuity positions and how much a customary tip would be. Other passengers prefer to tip in cash, offering a personal thank you or a note with the gratuity they extend to the crew members. Some travelers may also prefer not to tip at all, depending on the service they have received or their personal option or opinions about tipping. Many travelers have argued that Carnival should not permit gratuities to be removed, but Healed has also addressed the issue quite clearly. We will continue to allow people to remove gratuities if they wish. We know because we asked the crew how many tips in cash instead of the prepaid amounts. I understand why many wish to do this. It is important to remember that lots of people who do remove the tips tip the same amount in cash, and that is a wonderful thing, said Healed. So that is that's it for the news today, but it is the topic of today's question, which is how do you feel about the tips? Because there are more factors to consider than just simply, treating it as as part of the pay. So this article clearly states that the crew members do have a base salary and that the base salary is not actually based on the gratuities first. I always thought it was. So this article actually taught me something, if you can believe the article. The second thing that it leads me to is, what is that contractual amount? Is that contractual amount such a low amount that if not for the gratuities, would the crew members basically end up working for free or at a loss? Think about it like a lot of wait staffs in restaurants and stuff like that. I know in Pennsylvania, which still has one of the lowest minimum wages in the country for some reason, waiters and waitresses make a base pay of $2.25 an hour.
Here too.
Here it's $2.13. $2.13. It's been that way.
So can you imagine? So I would have to imagine that base pay on the cruise ships is the same.
Right.
So when you look at that, if not for those tips, those people would be basically working for free, right?
That's right.
Now you've circled back to the other side. Royal Caribbean has now joined Carnival in only cleaning your room once a day.
Right.
Unlike Carnival, though, my cabin steward on my last cruise last week was on the Oasis. His name was Jimson, and he was an absolute incredible, amazing cabin steward. They're all incredible, all amazing, but some of them do stand out more than others. They just do. I hate to have to say it that way, but it does. And Jimson definitely stood out. He had this great personality. He was really just, he just went above and beyond. He did a great thing. You should see this amazing lobster towel animal that he made for me, right? I've never had a lobster towel animal made for me ever. So he just had a really great attitude. But on Royal, they don't pick morning or night. They don't pick morning or evening like they do on Carnival. It's just whichever one you want it to like they don't pick it. Like I said, on Carnival, they come and they say, I can either do it in the morning or I can do it in the evening. Jimson was basically like, I'll do it whenever. Right. So it was a little different.
That's how ours is.
Yeah. And on Carnival, here's the thing. On Carnival, one cabin steward is doing 33 to 35 rooms. On Royal Caribbean, one cabin steward is doing about 25 rooms. And in both instances, cabin stewards have told me that number has just about doubled.
Yep.
Since they took the both services away. So Jimson had said to me, so when you factor in the fact that I'm not cleaning your room twice, but I'm cleaning twice as many rooms,
Right.
it really just kind of works out to be the same.
Yep.
So when you look at the gratuities from that standpoint, you think to yourself, well, a lot of people, including myself, have even considered maybe I should reduce the gratuity because they're only doing they're only doing half the cleaning they used to do, but the gratuity is the same amount of money as it has always been. And of course, it has been adjusted upward like it always had been as well. And a lot of people would see that as, well, maybe I should tip less because they're doing half the work. No, because now they're cleaning twice as many rooms. And so that has allowed the cruise lines to reduce the number of staff they have by doubling the load on the existing staff, which you then kind of think to yourself, for me, I think they've even earned that gratuity even more, right? Because now they're working twice as hard, right? So, but again, Jimson says, I'm not really working twice as hard. I'm really kind of working the same because I'm only doing it once versus twice, right? So in any event, what does everybody think? Does everybody agree with that? And do you, and this is the last thing I would say is, I know it's hard to say because it's a private company, but do you think the cruise line should disclose to us what that base pay is so that we really know, are they getting the kind of equivalent to a waiter, here in the United States? Like, are they getting $2 an hour and then therefore the gratuities are necessary in order to make it more like $15 or $20 an hour for what it is that they do?
That's the way that the service industry is. It's like you make a base pay, even DoorDash driving. The base run for, if you live in a town such as Galveston with only 50,000 people living here, the base run for a DoorDash order is only $2. Most of the pay that you get comes from the gratuities. It does. Tips are very, very important for anybody working in the service industry, not just the cruise line. And most of your pay is coming from the kind hearts of people. So that's just the nature of the service industry.
And I see a lot of people arguing too that I want to tip, but not before I've actually received the service. But in this kind of scenario, and certainly like in a DoorDasher scenario, you almost have to tip ahead of time in order to get a DoorDasher to say it's worth it for me to bring your food to you 8 miles or something.
Yes. A lot of drivers will just pass them up. I don't. I go ahead and choose the order because you never know. That might be your best run of the day. It could be your worst run. It all depends. Just keep going. And that's the main thing is that's the only motivation is to do more work. Yeah. So it's like that's the nature. Eddie, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, we do take care of the gratuities no matter what, and then depending on the work of the store that we have that day, we always at the end we do give in cash. We do give them if we got any leftover or candies or whatever we have left over, that's still packaged. We let them have it. If I brought soaps or anything extra, I ask them, said, you need this? And if they say, yeah, I'll give it to them. Sometimes when I go into the island, I buy them something they need too, and since they can't go, I'll do it for them. I'm already out of the island, might as well get it, and they appreciate that more. Sometimes a calling card, because they could use it to call their family. It's they're making peanuts, and they're depending on to take care of their families too. A job is a job,
Yep.
And I give prepaid gratuities as well as we do daily, like Eddie does. We do give them money daily, and like if we're going to port and we know that he's not going or she's not getting off the ship because it's not her day to get off, we ask, do you need anything back? We can get it for you. We do that. We do the same thing Eddie does. We give prepaid gratuities always, but we also give extra because they don't even come to our room, but to bring ice.
And I don't feel like the cruise company gives all the tips to their employees. No, some of it goes someplace else.
Yeah.
And
Well, so I did learn this on one cruise one time. There is a fund that the cruise line kind of unofficially sets up. And they do put or they do tell the crew members that they can elect to put, so the people who prepay their gratuities, that's obviously collected by the cruise lines. So the cruise lines have that in hand, right? And then they distribute it, whatever their normal pay cycle is or whatever, right? The crew members do have an option to elect to have a certain percentage, and I don't know the really nitty gritty specifics, a certain percentage of that money put into this fund. And then that fund is a discretionary fund that is used to help crew members on certain expenses. Like, for instance, at the end of their contract, if they wouldn't have the money for the flight or something like that to leave and fly back home or whatever, which they call going on vacation, right? And stuff like that, they would be able to go to that fund, and that fund could disperse the money to them for the, for the flight and things like that. So, but again, that's about as much information as I know about it. And I know that that does unofficially exist.
Okay. Well, let's check back in with the chat. Just Cody has made it in. Good morning.
good morning, Just Cody.
Good morning.
I saw you in somebody's chat, either over the weekend or this week. I can't remember. And they said, "Hey, Just Cody." I said, "Where is he at?"
Yep.
I can't remember.
And don't look now, but it looked like somebody's up early. Ocean to Ocean Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. You had a live show. You had to keep Z on task, but you had a
great live show. Great live show. Let's see. House of X Entertainment says we paid ours ahead of time and still give them something before we leave. They do so much, and they are so nice.
So nice.
Yes.
They're so nice.
Traveling with Tinkerbell says, I agree with you, Scott. I see it all the time where people don't add the gratuities, but they pay it directly to who they want to give gratuities to.
Right.
Yeah.
You had a client like that.
Yep.
And that did that,
Whenever I quote a cruise, I automatically include gratuities. That way they're not surprised on the second to last day of the sailing. And it's like, why didn't my travel agent tell me about it? Because I already included it.
See, I do it a little bit differently. When
it.
I quote a cruise, I always say very specifically in my email to the client, this price does not include gratuities of, and then I put the amount in per person, per day, or total. I always disclose that, but I never add it in because of this weird psychology of people and pricing, and, it's kind of like why houses are priced at like, $359.9, because when it's $359.9 instead of, $360, it's a psychological thing. People are like, oh, so anyway, so I never put the pricing. I never include prepaid gratuities, but I always do disclose that price does not include those prepaid gratuities. And this is how much the prepaid gratuity, or this is how much the gratuities are. And I always stress that they are mandatory.
Yeah.
Right. And because they're mandatory, I look at it differently. It's like, you're going to be charged this money. So I might as well give you the upfront.
Absolutely. Yep. And a lot of clients will say to me, hey, you know what? I actually want my gratuities prepaid. Cool. Throw them in. We do a combination of it, Beth, my wife, and I. Sometimes we prepay them, sometimes we don't, but we always do pay them, and we do usually leave more. So
yep.
Yeah.
Nettie and JT have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning from
Good
Shot.
morning.
Can't Stop Walking but Love Mowing and Cruising has made it
Good
in.
morning.
Hi.
And let's see, Traveling with Tinkerbell also says, I give my regular gratuities and I also leave extra gratuities to my cabin steward and also give to the crew on the main dining staff. I also offer to get them anything on port day.
Yeah.
Well, we do that too. Anything while we're out? It's a real simple, quick question because you're going to see them whenever you leave in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
They be in the hallway.
Yep.
Now, of course, I didn't see my steward when I left, but I left I left my cabin at like 5:45
in the morning.
In the morning.
Oh
wow.
My Jesus.
Nettie and JT says, I thought it was a gratuity. If they take the choice away from me, build it into the cost, I pay gratuities, but wonder why they just aren't paid more. Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I
that
mean
it-
that's the real thing for me. I mean, I think if we were ever to learn, I think we would find out that the base pay is like I said, ridiculous, like $1, $2 an hour or something like that.
Yep.
You know, so
Also,
and I think if
Elbow
more
Army.
people knew that specifically, they might be more apt to tip because they knew that those people were only making $1 or $2 an hour base pay.
Right.
Right. Elbow Army has made it in. It says, I always overtip. 26 years in the restaurant biz. Yeah, that's why I do it too. It's like I'm looking to give somebody something because I know what it's like to work for tips.
Yeah. Yeah. So like my wife is an accountant, right? So tipping is, like that whole calculation on what to tip is a real simple kind of like automatic process for her when we're out. So
I do it in my head too. Yeah, I already know what to do. Emily has made it in EM74. Good morning, everyone. Good
morning.
to see y'all.
Good morning.
Rock the boat. We always prepay the gratuity, so there's no surprises on my cruise bill, but we also tip them as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if I had that butler,
I was about to
that
say
you guys had,
I was about to say that.
I would bring a lot more. I'm like, okay, anybody that's going to walk you to each destination, show you the ropes, and stuff like that, that's worth way extra.
And believe you me, we're going on MSC just for the yacht club experience.
CME Traveling has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yes. And let's see, they're still okay. Bone Tire Travelers. I overtipped too. I was a server before nursing.
Yeah.
That'll work. Good topic today, man.
Yeah, that was a very good
Really
thing
good
because
topic.
that's a touchy subject with me.
It is, right. It is.
Yeah, because I don't know. I know they're not getting $10 an hour. I know that, know. And I know they're trying to, and like the people we talk to, we've talked to women and men crew on the ship. They've got family.
Yeah.
They've got kids. It's one man, our last person said he's got 2 kids and it was a set of twins. Remember? He had a set of twins because
Merwin.
We had a set, we have a set of twins. We talked to the crew members.
Yep.
And if they were getting $10 an hour, man, they would be, in hog heaven. But they're not. They're not getting even. I don't think they're getting close to $5 an hour.
I honestly would not be surprised if it is like literally no more than $2 an hour.
Yeah. And if you want to know something, you can Google, not their salary, but cruise director salaries are published on the internet.
Yeah, the average cruise director salary is over $100,000 a year.
Trust that.
Yep.
And let me tell you, Royal Caribbean cruise director is the top.
Yep. Top pay.
That's it.
And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Eddie to go ahead and reveal his secret to you all.
Oh God, this is a great secret, y'all. Y'all gonna love it.
Yes.
October 24th.
Nope.
October 28th.
Yes.
2024. Duh.
Duh.
And the carnival.
Carnival.
Oh my Lord, I'm on leaving out of Tampa, October 28, 2024. On the Carnival of Paradise, leaving out of Tampa, we're gonna go to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman on 6 days of cruising. And you want any info, get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel. For your cabin, $25 refundable will get you a spot. You have till May 2024 to put your deposit down and pay off your cruise by July. The sooner you do it, the better. There's also a Facebook group that Mike and Rihanna are taking care of it. Mike and Rihanna Adventures. House of X will also be there, and they're going to be taking care of a few activities already that we're having planned for the cruise. Also, there's going to be candy exchange, shot glass, and stuff like that. since it's a Halloween cruise, and there will be a Halloween costume. And don't bring too much because I know House of X is gonna kick it. So all of us here, we're gonna be there. Hopefully, we'll bring Wamstern Adventures, Controversial Cruising, Ocean to Ocean. We'll be there also. I'll be there with Alice. Mike and Rihanna is their first cruise. They are going to be there. Controversial Cruising and some others. So there's a lot of creators piling into. So the sooner you get into this info with Bruce, the sooner you'll be there. So see you guys there.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Oh, snap.
Oh God.
Wait a minute. And
We wasn't ready.
no, we weren't ready. But let's see. I wanted to. Somebody commented a while ago, Eddie. What we should do for the booze cruise is bring some Halloween pajamas. When we were talking about the pajamas a while ago, so that could be a whole thing.
That could be a whole thing. Yep.
Yeah, we could have.
Not be in pajamas, but okay. Whoever wants to wear pajamas, go ahead. I'm wearing my pineapple shirt. That's what I'm breaking.
And Bone Tire Traveler says, I have twins too, Cheryl.
Golly,
Twins are a whole vibe.
they
They
are.
really are.
Oh, we could talk about that all day
Yep.
because something fell out. His Legos fell out.
Yep.
It's a different one.
I like that.
Oh, wait. let me see.
That's in my cart.
Oh, nice.
The one I have is yellow. It's a yellowish color with pineapples all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All over the place.
And let's see. Albo Army says hotels absorb cruise gratuity, split it off, and pay over minimum for legal reasons. So they don't get in trouble. I know they put all these gratuities in a big pot and they say they split it evenly, but
Right. But
I mean,
okay. But here's the thing: they are a U.S. entity in
That's
those
right.
countries.
right.
And
Cruise
these are
lines
here.
are not, right?
Yep.
So that's the
Makes
problem.
a big
with the cruise
difference
lines.
too.
Yep. Scott McNeil has made it in, and we are in full Scott compliant this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
And CME Traveling says tip good, and you can ask them if they need anything while you are at port.
This is what we do.
They don't get off the ship often.
Right.
Parastocks, snacks, and other common needs. And we see this because we live in a port city. Whenever they're allowed off the ship, they go to Walmart.
They go to Walmart.
And that's where we see them.
Yes.
They're dressed in regular clothes, but they travel in groups.
That's
So,
right. Yeah.
so
They carry their badge on. They put their badge on. No,
you can't. Whenever you're in public, you cannot represent that entity because they're afraid that you might represent the entity wrong.
And
So they're not
I
wearing their
went
name
up to them
badges.
and
They
Kind of
do
like,
it in
don't
the
wear
books.
your badge. That way, it doesn't reflect badly on us when you do something bad.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. None
and
of them.
I-
None
I-
of them had
Oh,
badges
no,
on,
you-
but we recognized, that
because we don't have those many Asian people
on the island.
on the island, and so he let me out because we were on our way to Walmart,
Mhm.
and he let me out, and I said, I'm gonna walk up to them
Mhm.
and say, are they from the Breeze?
Yeah, because the breeze was in that.
And
day.
they said, yep.
Yep.
And they told me where they were from, and I videotaped them. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know when they get off the ship, but only whenever they return to the home port, and they got a limited amount of time to get back to that ship.
Yeah, like Cookie always went to Whataburger
Mm-hmm.
when he came to
Yeah,
Gap.
we saw him.
What?
What Cookie went to
What?
Waterbury Okay,
What?
Whataburger is it?
Oh wow.
Hold on, I gotta display it.
I know
Okay,
Jeremy's talking to me today about Jack in the Box, right? And I'm like,
No.
I know what Jack in the Box is, but there isn't one for like 1,000 miles or more from me, right?
Okay, but
like,
Whataburger is a whole Texas vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. It's a Texas-based company.
Scott they're not that great, right? So
Oh God, yes,
All right.
it is too.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Whataburger is awesome. It is.
If I had my choice between Sonic and Whataburger,
it'd be Whataburger.
it would be Whataburger
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay, well, listen, we do have Sonic, and that food is garbage. Like Sonic food is garbage. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the tots. They got
the tots. No, you're right. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The consistently the food that we've gotten at Sonic that's good is the tots and the chicken and the popcorn chicken, right?
Yes.
It's okay,
Yeah.
right? But everything else,
I don't eat everything.
I don't know, man. That foot-long chili dog goes hard. It really
yeah,
does.
yeah. But I mean, it's gone downhill too. And of course, the main thing we go to Sonic for are the half-price slushies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do
Captain,
that too.
the captain says it's pretty good. It is.
It is.
I love me some Whataburger.
It's very good.
Kind
they
of like
brought
the
back
In-N-Out burger thing, right? Like, yeah.
They brought back my favorite for a limited time only.
Mm.
Oh, Z-Show Cruise Fun. Whataburger is king.
Yeah.
I know that's right. It's a
'Cause
whole
he talks
Texas
about
vibe,
it.
man.
maybe in Texas, but
Oh, Tinkerbell does not like Whataburger.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
your girl right there.
Yes.
they're opening Whataburgers here in Georgia, and
Oh
They're
my
good.
don't
I
really
mean, they're really good. Let's see. Okay, so we are nearing the end of today's show, so it is now time for us to let you know who's coming on for the remainder of the day. Eddie.
Mm.
And I'll tell you right now, following us at 10 a.m. will be the Sea Cruise Show Cruise Fun at 10 p.m., followed by Roy and Becky's Travels at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Howdy, howdy.
I believe the Astute Tourist might not be in on today. Something to do with his son's birthday, so he might not be on today. 7 p.m. Eastern will be j&S Adventures. Kind of weird. I think they're up here in the morning now at 10:30 in the morning, I believe. j&S Adventures and Controversial Cruising, 10:30 in the morning Eastern. 8 hours at 7 p.m. tonight Eastern, followed by 8 p.m. Eastern will be the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, D&G Explorers, Life with Mountain Folk in Full Blown Country. 9 p.m. Eastern will be Mount MT Homestead, and closing the night at 10 p.m. tonight will be the Vineyard Farmhouse.
Okay.
Yep. And let's see. Rock the Boat says, I think the best burger place is subjective. Everyone's taste is different.
That's
Oh,
right.
uh,
Yep.
You know what? I thought that was the name of a building. Suggestive.
Mhm.
I read-
Hey, Jackson Destiny has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Oh,
morning.
okay. Yeah. Captain Billy J, I share this sentiment with you. He says, I like Buc-ee's over Whataburger.
Oh, I love
So,
Buc-ee's.
yeah, Buc-ee's is awesome.
What you talking about? We got one just 15 minutes down the road.
Yeah, and for you guys in the northern hemisphere over here, that would be the equivalent of Wawa, from my understanding.
Wawa. Well, like I said, Wawa and Sheets are like kind of like a scaled down Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah,
So
it's smaller,
it's
but it's
gas and a whole bunch of different food and this and that and everything else, and you can sit in there or not, and there's drive-through, but it all started as like a convenience store, right?
Mhm.
It is
Can
a
you-
7-Eleven on steroids.
Woo.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
I
what
know
it
that.
If you could imagine Buc-ee's having a drive-through,
Hmm.
golly,
they
they'd
couldn't.
be
That line would
racking
be
No,
down.
right, no,
Right.
there's no
Would be
way.
Yeah, so like most of the Sheets have drive-throughs. I have not seen a Wawa with a drive-through though.
No, me neither. Yeah, you gotta go
Okay,
inside and get your stuff.
There's a quick programming note from Traveling with Tinkerbell
I
tomorrow.
love the chopped brisket.
Yeah, the chopped brisket is awesome.
That's the only thing I get, but I do like their chicken fingers.
Yeah, the chicken tenders are good, but you got to go to Whataburger for that once again, because they have thicker and better gravy than even Dairy Queen. Yes, I said it and I mean it. I mean it. It's thick gravy, and it's
We
awesome.
went from talking about tips, gratuities,
Mhm.
to food.
It's a Whataburger. It's worth
I
it.
just got off the cruise, and he's going back on the cruise.
They don't know
We're
about
going
Whataburger. We got to tell them about
Yep.
Whataburger.
Yeah, listen, where I live, it is a black hole for everything. And I hear all the stuff about all the things that the rest of the country has, and we never get it here ever.
Right.
Like even my wife was saying to me the other day, can you believe that we don't have like all these things that all these other people are like been there, done that? And I'm like, I know, I lived here my entire life. It's like a black hole.
That's
Never
so
did
funny.
anything
Been
ever.
there.
So,
Right.
but,
And
hey, just Cody, thank you very much. We appreciate your support, and thanks for being here.
Yes.
Traveling with
I
Tinkerbell
love me some Just Cody.
says tomorrow we have a live show at 7 p.m. We are reviewing the Carnival celebration.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay, let's
We
see.
will be on it.
House of X. Eddie, let's do a PJ's night on the booze cruise.
Look at Eddie. Wait, look at
not
his
me.
expression. Look at his
Not
expression.
you. Okay, you're not in. Okay.
Look at his expression. All Eddie had. To
I don't even wear PJs to sleep, so
Mhm.
Oh, see.
telling you a lot of ways.
So I agree, Kurt. Wawa is more like Sheets, and possibly 7-Eleven.
It's a gas station.
Yeah, I mean it is, but you know, it's the closest thing we would ever have to a Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
But Buc-ee's is what? It's a gas station that serves a bunch of food stuff and everything else.
Yeah,
Sheets
that's
and
right.
Wawa is the same thing. It's a gas station that serves a bunch of food and everything else. So
That's right. Yep.
Oh, you see what Captain wrote?
Captain, birthday suits on the cruise. Oh my God.
Maybe on his, but not on mine.
Well, no, they talked about that on
They talked
Bruce's,
about it last
on
night.
Bruce's show last night. Y'all got to check
Yeah,
it
but you have a balcony. You know, Shannon prefers that.
out.
They could walk around with their swings out and do whatever they want, but not me.
Yeah. Okay. Bone Tire Traveler says we just got a Del Taco in the next town. It just opened, but I haven't tried it. We used to go there in CA.
Del Taco
okay,
got
so here's
great
the thing
fries.
about Del Taco. I always heard about Del Taco, right? I even drove past one in St. Louis a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But in any event, I had never eaten at one until last October when I was in Orlando for my cruise marathon. And I went to Del Taco on 192 with the Earlo Bronson Highway, right? And in my opinion, Del Taco is significantly better than Taco Bell.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I loved it. I really liked it. In fact, I probably still have the Del Taco app on my phone.
oh,
Nice.
I like their
that's
fries,
good to
though.
know.
Love their fries.
Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott says Miss Wawa and Sheets used to be from the Northeast.
Yeah.
And CME Traveling says, Captain, we will want to see your feet on this blog as opposed to the whole shebang, the birthday suit stuff. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in. That'll wrap up today's show. If you're here on the replay, please type in the word #replay. That way we know you were here. Everybody take care of each other out there. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.
Bye.